Al Futtaim, a joint venture between Germany's largest business aviation operator and long-established Emirati trading company Al Futtaim, has been offering charter, FBO, aircraft maintenance and aircraft management facilities here in Dubai since 2013. The team, who operate the first integrated hangar and VIP lounge facility at Dubai World Central, have weathered the aviation storms of the last 18 months and now report a healthy recovery. TATV spoke to Holger Ostheimer, Managing Director at DC Aviation Al Futtaim, about the changes and challenges facing the industry and some rather good news for business aviation in Dubai.
After the closing of regional airspace and then the grounding of all flights in early 2020, Dubai has seen an incredible return in business aviation. What areas of your business have seen growth, and what do you think has contributed to that growth?
Comparison of Q1 2019 versus 2021, we've seen an uptick in 25% activity. Let's forget about 2020. I think there was a complete fallout, but there is a clear indication the way things are going at the moment that we are faring a lot better than we did 2 years ago. Well, in addition to the increased level of activity on the ground handling side, this has been replicated in the aircraft maintenance sector, on the aircraft charter sector, also in terms of levels of inquiries for aircraft management. We're talking to people that we have not talked to before, showing an interest to wanting to own and have an aircraft operated. And that's where we're in the right place. We're providing the entire spectrum, ground handling activities, aircraft charter, aircraft management, maintenance. So for all those people, we're the right protocol.
What measures have been put in place to ensure the safety of both travellers and operators during the pandemic? And how have these helped to build confidence in air travel once again?
Well, confidence is something, isn't it? It's a trust experience over time. We needed to get people to travel. That was largely contributed to the motivation in the first place. But us committing to the governmental regulations that have been imposed, everything that has become part of our lives now with social distancing, masks and so forth. This is something we have incorporated into our modus vivendi, if you wish, so that when people enter the facilities, temperatures have been taken, hands have been sanitized, masks are being worn, everybody is being kept at respectable difference in line with the understanding of social distancing. And sanitization of the facility plays a huge part. It is a continuous effort in physical sanitization, but we're also fogging the facility every other day, so that by the time you get to the aircraft, you have moved through a safe bubble that should provide you that level of comfort required to getting you to use our facilities and to depart from here.
How do you see the business changing and developing as we move out of the sort of pandemic mode and into what will become our new normal? How do you think that will affect business aviation going forward?
I think the crisis in India very much shows we are very much right in the middle of it. We're probably seeing levels of demand that we haven't seen in many years, through to the severing conditions in India and the significance of the relationship between India and the UAE, or India and Dubai here in particular. We naturally have a high level of Indian travelers passing through the facility. Some of our core clients are from India with part or full residences here in Dubai. And that will probably last for another couple of months, I can see, before we can start even thinking to exiting the pandemic. But as and when this happens, there's obviously a greater level of awareness in the wider public of the availability of business jet aircraft travel. However, the price point associated seemed to be not so palatable. Today, commercial air transport is segregated into scheduled activity and ad hoc activity. Now, we are clearly exercising ad hoc availability, and that's what these traffic permits, landing and overflight permits are based on, in contrast to scheduled traffic, which has got a completely different concept from a trade perspective, which regulates international air transport, which regulates international travel from point A to point B. If business jet travel becomes more organized, it will require a second look of the authorities in how this is being considered from a trade perspective, and what facility will be provided on the basis of international engagement to making it possible to have a more organized, a more structured way of kind of bespoke travel, and enabling people to taking a seat in a business jet and to doing this flight from A to B that they would take on a scheduled airliner otherwise.
Despite the ongoing effects of the pandemic, which the situation in India has highlighted for all of us here in the Middle East, the outlook in Dubai certainly seems positive, with figures that are coming in above forecast and budgeted. So let's hope this will continue and that business aviation will continue to recover here. This is TATV at DC Aviation Al Futtaim.